One thing God had to teach me, y'all, is that he was my source. Everything else is truly just a resource. See, most of us grew up believing that there was only one way, which was to go to school, get a good job, work that job for 30 to 40 years, retire. That's what we were taught, because that's what our parents did. And hear me, there's absolutely nothing wrong with working a job. Jobs are truly necessary, especially when you are building a business. But somewhere along the way, God had to teach me that he isn't limited to one resource. He's not limited to one paycheck. He's not limited to one opportunity. He's not limited to one way. Between 2009 and 2023, y'all, I got laid off about 7 different times. Now imagine that, right? Being laid off, and I'm thinking that the job is the only source, the only way, right? I'll probably still be living in fear every time I heard the word layoff. But God kept reminding me, Cheryl, trust me, not the paycheck. Because if I can provide through one resource, I can provide through another. Y'all, sometimes we're so focused on what we've always known that we miss what God is trying to show us. What if the answer to your prayer looks different than what you expected? What if the next opportunity that God has for you doesn't look like anything like the last one? That doesn't mean that it's not God. It might be exactly where he's trying to lead you. Today, I get a chance to be a stay-at-home mom with my family, a stay-at-home wife, full-time, right? And by God's grace, he allowed me to build 7 streams of income from my house. Not because I'm special, not because I have all the answers, but because I stopped letting fear make my decisions. And I started trusting God enough to take the next leap of faith. So if you're sitting here today and you're praying, Lord, I just need another way. Don't just ask him to provide. Ask him to open your eyes so you can recognize the resources he may already be placing in front of you. And let me encourage you with this. If God can do it for me, a teen mom, a broken little girl who had to do the healing work to understand her worth and finally see herself the way God sees her, he can do it for you too. Because God is not a respecter of persons. Now let me leave this with you. I'm not in the convincing business. I am simply proof that another way is possible. What you do with the information is completely up to you, Queen. But you'll never know what God has waiting for you on the other side of fear until you are willing to take the first leap of faith. If you would like the Zoom information for tonight's online presentation, comment options below, and I'll personally send you the invitation. But if you'd rather keep it private, just send me a DM and DM me the word options, and I'll send it directly to you. I pray to see you on tonight. Remember, in order to get different results, you got to be willing to move different.